Yeah, one of the most recent things that I always have a different story about different situations that happened to me, or maybe something I heard or saw, or witnessed. But one of the things that hits home with me is my own daughter. My daughter she's now 3 years old, and I remember my daughter when she was born. She was 2 pounds, 2 ounces. I mean, she was literally in my hand like this. I never forget this. And for her to leave the hospital, she had to be 6 pounds. And she was in there for about, might have been the 6th or 7th week she was in there. And the doctor said to me when I went there, he said, "Mr. Tension." And I was like, "Yes, sir." He was like, "Do you want your daughter to go home?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I want my daughter to go home." And he says to me, he says, "Well, in order for your daughter to go home, what she does is she sleeps all day." He said, "If she sleeps, she doesn't eat. If she doesn't eat, she doesn't grow." He said, "And what I need you to do is, she's too comfortable." Those are his exact words to me. He said, "You see all that, you got all them covers on her, she's all snuggled in." He said, "This is what I need you to do. Take off that hat off her." So I took off her little pink hat that she has on, and he told me, take off her little gloves and take off her little footsies. He said, "Your daughter needs to be uncomfortable. And if she's uncomfortable, she'll stay up. If she stays up, she'll eat. If she eats, she grows. If she grows, she goes home." And when he said it, man, I mean, immediately it hit my heart, my soul, my spirit. I mean, it just hit me like, it was like that moment. I was like, man, if the lesson for my 3-month-year-old baby who cannot talk, defend, if the lesson for her is that she must be uncomfortable for her to grow, then what's our excuses as humans, grown adults, 15, 16, 10, 12, that the lesson is for all of us that in order for us to grow, we must absolutely be uncomfortable, because in that comfort zone is where all your dreams die, man. And that for me, that just explained my whole life. It explained the point of my karate. It explains the point of my business. It just resonated with me that in order for us to really grow, we have to put ourselves in an uncomfortable position, or when an uncomfortable position happens, unfortunately, that we have to deal with that, look at the lessons from it, and ask ourselves, how can we empower ourselves from those positions? I mean, that, and along with my mother, who was always a wise woman, always dropped a line on me. And I remember being upset and emotional about something that happened in my life. And she looked at me and she says, "Johnny," she said, "Are you going to be emotional, or are you going to rise into the thinking of God?" And I was like, she said, "When that sun come up and that sun go down, that had nothing to do with the mood of God. It's a system. Things get done despite how you feel every day. The sun come up, it goes down. It rains, it's hot, it's cold, it has nothing to do with emotion. Get out your emotions and rise above emotion to the thinking of God. Which one you gonna be?" And just all of those little lessons, man, in my life has allowed me to, when I'm feeling some kind of way, and I ask myself, what's the job that has to get done? Put that to the side and get things done. And if I'm uncomfortable, I'm like, this is where I'm gonna grow at, right here. And so it just makes me who I am. I live this, I live those lessons in the ring and outside the ring, man. And whatever happens to me, I honestly put it in a sparring match. Okay, the landlord is saying this, you know, or the car just broke down. I didn't expect that. I'm a little bit aggravated, but my emotions have nothing to do with what has to get done. So, man, this is a part of my life, man, every day now.